Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? How are we feeling? It's a Monday evening. Of course, we are back, we are live, and we are still happy. I'm still happy. I'm still smiling. I'm still excited about yesterday's massive wins, and a lot has happened today, especially online with the Liverpool fans. Those guys are not happy at all, at all. How are you guys? How are you doing? Yeah, we started a bit late today. Still had technical issues, but we are live. Just going to jump onto a quick live to make sure that we are in touch with you guys. I like being in touch with you guys, as well as also making sure that we get to run through some of the latest news, some of the latest Manchester United news. And as I'm waiting for guys to come online, I want to make sure that the chats are working perfectly today. How was your day? How did you wake up feeling? I woke up feeling quite excited, to be honest. I woke up feeling very excited because of yesterday's win. As you can see, I still have a big smile on my face. Because beating Liverpool is always a plus. To be honest, it's always a plus. And to see them online ranting and blaming the referee and saying that the game should have been stopped due to the injury on McAllister makes the win even more sweeter. And one thing I love about that victory yesterday is the fact that the negativity narrative, the Amorim outers have been silenced, to be honest. The guys who are complaining about the lineup and saying that the manager is clueless have nothing to say. Although it was good to see them coming out and saying that, well, they admit they made a mistake to judge. Yeah, as I always say, it's always important to try to understand the reasoning behind a certain decision. As much as we might not agree with whatever Amorim does, it's always important to understand the thinking behind it. What was Amorim trying to achieve? Because most of us, hello, Mystic Animations. Hello, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm glad that we are here. Yeah, I'm still happy. You can see I'm still smiling. It's been a very good day for me, and it's going to be an amazing week. And I love the fact that Liverpool fans are not happy about it. Yeah, SKD, hello to you as well. And yet again, the TikTok chats are not coming on to the stream. What happens with this thing? I don't know what happens to this thing. I need to make sure that I sort this out permanently. I'll check whether there is an update to this plugin, because the fact that I do multi-stream and I do it via the desktop app, I normally use Streamlabs, and Streamlabs cannot pull chats from TikTok, so I have to use a third-party app. The guys who are on YouTube, the guys who are on Facebook Kick, their chats usually come to me instantly. So for TikTok, I have to connect every other time. Sometimes I have to do it twice, sometimes I have to do it thrice. And considering that a huge following is on TikTok, I always like to have those chats coming on. So yeah, I'll keep trying. SKD, hello to you as well. And everyone who's joining, we already have Mystic Animations who's on YouTube. Everyone who's also on Kick on Facebook, feel free to join in. Let me also make sure I get the Facebook ones, because I did get a complaint about Facebook during the watch along. The Facebook guys were complaining that I didn't read their comments, and I apologize for that. Let's see. At least Kick is working. YouTube is working. Let's see Facebook, TikTok. Yeah, and everyone who's joining, karibu sana. Don't get bored. It's just that I'm trying to make sure the comments are coming through on screen. Feel free also to post your comment in case you have any question, any query. If you're still celebrating the win, yesterday's win, yeah, feel free to jump into the comments and let me know. As well as we got 3 more subscribers last night. You can see the number up there. Okay, it's here. We are at 111, 111, 111 on YouTube. So can we make it 120 today or 115? Who knows? Yeah, I'm still struggling with TikTok. Why is it not working? Why is TikTok not working? TikTok also keep updating their platform. So you find that the connection I had before via an API sometimes doesn't work out. So you have to give it a couple of tries until it works. So hopefully I'll start reading your comments. I'll start highlighting them. I like reading your comments, reading your questions, highlighting your views. It's more of a community. It's not just me talking to you. You guys also get to contribute. And just like that, Arthur Morgan has sent us a rose on TikTok. Yeah. Thanks, Arthur. And still, I'm still not getting chats from TikTok. I don't know why. Mystic is on YouTube is asking. I was wondering why I couldn't see the other chats. Yeah. For some reason, TikTok today is not working. But I'll continue having a chat with you as I try to sort it out. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes I have to give it a couple of tries before I actually get the chats working. Because now Arthur Morgan has sent us 1 rose. That's 1 coin. And I massively appreciate it. So that should have come onto the screen. Honestly, that should have come onto the screen. But it ain't. Hopefully now, because at least now it's showing the chats, the live scene. I usually use an app called Social Stream Ninja. It can be able to pull multiple chats onto Streamlab OBS, and then I can have now the chat scene on the side. So I have to get a certain threshold of chats so that they start showing on the side. So let's hope now it's working. Yeah, everyone who's joining, Mystic Animations is already there on YouTube. I'm seeing Lewy, I'm seeing Mike Were on TikTok, and everyone else who's joining on TikTok, and Arthur Morgan as well. I totally appreciate the gift. So today we're going just to discuss about the aftermath. Yeah. After yesterday, the aftermath. The big win, back-to-back wins for Ruben Amorim for the first time as the United manager, as well as beating Liverpool at Anfield. That's a huge win. That's a very, very huge win. No other team has done that recently. For 400 days, they have not lost in the Premier League at Anfield. That's a huge win. And Liverpool fans are not liking it. And I'm loving the fact that they are not liking it. They are making a huge fuss about it on social media, saying the referee was biased, saying that the game should have been stopped because McAllister got a head injury, saying that the Ahmad handball could have been a penalty or should have been a penalty. They were saying that United wasted a lot of time, parked the bus, they were playing long balls. But in the end, it doesn't really matter if you lost the game. Well, Cody Gakpo got chances. In fact, Cody Gakpo got the chance to equalize in the added time, the 8 minutes that we don't know where they got them from. And he still didn't equalize. So when you come up and now start saying, the referee was biased, it shows you how much privileged Liverpool have been, if we are honest. When you're so used to having things your way, and then in one instance they don't, then you'll start questioning. You'll start questioning why things are not going your way. For example, United, how many times have we seen, even recently in the Brentford game, a player was supposed to be sent off, he wasn't sent off, and we lost that game. We made noise, and eventually we had to accept, because we can't go back and replay the game. So Liverpool fans have to accept the loss. And one of the things that's making Liverpool fans so hurt with that loss is the fact that most of them, or all of them, thought that they are going to beat United. I'm going to share some clips that have been making rounds on X of guys who are cocky, guys who are arrogant. They thought that Liverpool would absolutely whitewash, beat United. Guys were saying 8-1, guys were saying 3-0. There is a guy who said that if Liverpool lose to United, he's going to shave his head, and which he had to. I saw a TikTok video. I'm not sure whether it was just for show. It's real. There was a Liverpool fan who promised a United fan his car, a GL, or it was a GL what? Is it a GL 380? A Mercedes GL 380 or something like that. A GL 350. And I was wondering, okay, well, that's pretty confident of you. And now pressure is on a slot. He's now being found out. And there are some guys who are saying that it's another Eric Ten Hag, but now wearing a Liverpool hat. And Arne Slot, remember I told you in the preseason, when the season was starting, I did tell you that Arne Slot will be exposed. And Liverpool signing Ekitike, signing Isak, signing all those big stars was always going to be a tricky balance. It goes back to what was affecting Manchester United. When you have Cavani, you have Ronaldo, or you have big names that are coming into the club, you have to fit all of them. You have to fit all of them, because most of them are not coming in to sit on the bench. At the same time, it's a World Cup season. A very few players will come in and accept to sit on the bench. Now you start facing egos. Honestly, if I were Liverpool, I would drop one of them. And it's not the new signings. I will drop the season players who've played for Liverpool. Like, for example, Mohamed Salah has not been performing well so far this season. In that case, play Isak, play Ekitike, play Gakpo. Let Salah start on the bench. Take that risk if you've decided to have big names on the team. Florian Wirtz, a lot of money, still not performing well. Yeah, we will say he needs time to get used to the EPL, but still, if a club is willing to pay all that money for a player, then it means that he's a player who's going to come straight away and start performing. The same fans and some ex-Liverpool players like Souness were already making noise and saying that Pogba looks like a championship player. What changed? That's my question. What changed? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm just trying to see why, for some reason, TikTok is logging me out. Because I'm seeing comments coming through, but I can't be able to read them. What's going on? Because I'm seeing some good comments. I want to read them as well as highlight them on the chat, but TikTok is logging me out. I hope our channel has not been flagged again, to be honest. Because we experienced that 2 weeks ago. We did experience that 2 weeks ago. Let's see. Sorry guys. They are called technical difficulties. They do happen. Why are the comments off? Why are the comments off on TikTok? Okay. I'll just have to read them from TikTok then. TM Falme, you're saying they should drop Salah. True, they should. They should. Right now they have a very, very huge squad. Then you go on and say that, do you think we will win the next games for United? I believe we could. I believe we could win. Yeah, I believe we could win. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure why on TikTok guys are not seeing the comments. I'm trying to sort out the comments section because I'm only getting the ones from YouTube. I'm not sure why the comments are not working on TikTok. Probably they changed something and I haven't seen it. Let's see. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. TM Falme, you're saying that Amorim should drop Dalot in the next game. Yeah, he should. He should drop Dalot as long as Dogu and Ahmad are okay. Yeah. Franco, you're saying I can't see the comments. Yeah, I don't know what's happening today. Honestly, I don't. And yesterday we had a really, really good one. I just hope it's not a jinx from Liverpool. Liverpool fans, if I'm honest. I just hope it's not. Let me just clear the cache. Start all over again. I don't know what's going on today. Of course, this does happen from time to time. Most of the time, the chats usually pop up straight away. There you go, and now they've started working. You see? Now they've started working. Very, very frustrating. Very, 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 very frustrating. Yeah, now I hope that now the chats will show up. I hope you guys now can be able to see the chats. Hello Mku, yeah, SKD, that's good to see you. I'm also doing well. It's been a good holiday. At least I'm ready to go back to work tomorrow. As well as I'm still happy that United won. TM Falme, I think I had read this. I said they should drop Salah. They should. Salah is not performing well. Ekitike is a live wire. And remember in the watch along in yesterday's game, I did say when Ekitike comes into the game, he will change the game. And he actually did. He did change the game. Do you think United will win the next games? We should. Based on the performances we've seen versus Sunderland and Liverpool, we should. I just hope we maintain that consistency because most of the time we find that we don't know which team will turn up, as well as we don't know what Amorim is going to select. We've had a really, really bad time with Brighton. Brighton have beaten. I saw statistics about the head-to-head statistics between United and Brighton. We've won one game out of the last, was it 6 or 7? Those guys have been beating us home and away. So we need to beat them. We absolutely need to beat them. So we should be winning. At least the next 3 games, we should get at least 7 points or 6 points. At least. I think now we are good. Can see the comments. Amorim should drop Dalot in the next game. I do agree with that 100%. Hoping that Dogu and Ahmad will be fit. I haven't seen any news of injury after the Liverpool game, so it's good news. And it seems that United players also attended training today. It might have been a debriefing or something. Sheshko should start bench Cunha. Personally, Team Falme, I would prefer having Mount on the bench. Cunha played a good game. In fact, yesterday after the watch along and today I reflected on some of the things I said about Cunha yesterday and I was absolutely wrong. Cunha had a very, very good game, especially when we wanted to get the game slowed down in the added time, the 8 minutes that was there. Cunha was one of our best players. He did very well. He was good defensively. He was good in terms of holding up play, delaying the play. You remember when Liverpool had an injury. He got hold of the ball and asked the referee to stop the quick foul because Liverpool wanted to start quickly and score. So, yeah, I retract my words. Yesterday, I was not fair on Cunha during the watch along, but yesterday Cunha had a good game. So if you ask me, TM Falme, I would start with Cunha, Mbumo, and Sheshko. Because already we are seeing Cunha is starting to perform well. Yes, of course, he's trying hard. But when we look at the second half, especially from around the 75th, 78 minutes there, he was performing quite well. He was trying to get hold of the ball, push it further forward, dribble. He was fighting hard. You remember how he bossed Frimpong. He basically took Frimpong back to Netherlands. So, yeah. Versus Brighton, I would absolutely go with Cunha, Mbumo, and Sheshko. Third party too. How are you doing today? I'm doing quite well. A bit tired though, but I'm doing well. I had a lazy day. Let me not say I'm tired. Let me just say I'm feeling lazy because I had a very lazy day. I decided to do reruns or rewatch One Punch Man, Saitama, the series. So I decided to start watching that series again because I was bored. I tried to go back to my PS and play a bit of game. Yeah, I do gaming. So I went back to PS to see whether I can play Borderlands 3. But I don't know what the PS did with the the pads. They couldn't sync. So I got bored again. I decided, let me just go back to watching the series. So yeah, let me. I'm doing well. I'm doing really well. Third party. Thanks for asking. I just had a lazy day, of course, and trying to debate with Liverpool fans online who are quite delusional. To be honest, how can you blame the referee for losing the game? You guys, the Liverpool guys were out of luck yesterday. Yes, Mount on the bench, TM Falme, that's good. Let's see. Paul Gadhi, always good to see you. Watching from YouTube, you're saying happy Mashujaa Day to the UKG family. Glory, Man United. At least this week we can smile all the way the weekend. Yes, right now we have a 48-hour pass to make all the noise we can. Because come Wednesday, now we start concentrating on Brighton. So today, tomorrow, we'll make all the noise we can because we've beaten Liverpool. In fact, tomorrow in the office, the day will be very difficult for Liverpool fans. But come Wednesday, we forget about that win. We now start saying we need to beat Brighton. Yeah, so let's celebrate. You know, whenever you have things not going so well for you, at least take some time to celebrate. Huge wins, small wins, or whatever win you get. I'm already seeing fans online stating that this team will be beaten by Brighton. I'm like, come on, let's not talk about that right now. Let's still celebrate the fact that we beat Liverpool. It's a derby. Liverpool United is a huge game. I mentioned in the preview that for us in Kenya, in Africa, we might not see it like a huge game because for us, especially in the country, Man United Arsenal is the biggest game of the season. But if you are a true United fan and you followed United for some time, you'll know that Liverpool United is a much bigger game. So beating them at Anfield, Pep was unable to. Arteta was unable to beat those guys. 400 days they haven't lost at Anfield. The last time United won there was 9 years ago. So that's a huge win. Let's celebrate it. So, Paul, this week, don't say at least this week we can smile. Say this week we will smile. Yeah, so Isaac Mushanti asking topic of the day. So topic of the day, we are just discussing about the aftermath of the Liverpool versus United game, specifically to do with how Liverpool fans are yet to accept the defeat. And one of the things I wanted us to discuss is whether the referee was fair to both teams or not. Because one of the things that has been making rounds on social media is that Michael Oliver was biased towards United and Liverpool got the short end of the stick. For example, they were stating that the first goal should have been ruled out because McAllister was down injured. They were denied a penalty because Ahmad handled the ball, as well as stating that the goalkeeper dropped the ball and picked it up again. So Liverpool fans right now, of course, they are looking at the scapegoats. Instead of accepting the win, they start looking at scapegoats. So one of them is the referee. So let me start by now the first point of the day is the McAllister foul, the head injury. Let's look at the facts. The facts are McAllister was injured by his own player, his own Liverpool teammate. He was injured by Van Dijk, who pushed Mbeumo to the ground and elbowed McAllister. So both players dropped to the ground. Of course, McAllister held his head. Mbeumo stood up quickly, made the run, scored the goal. Now, fans are coming out to say, okay, the play should have been stopped. Now, let's be a bit realistic. I want us guys to be a bit realistic and look at this situation. Whenever there is a foul, players usually fall down. They scream out loud, they are whinging in pain, and then you find that when they don't win the foul, they usually stand up and start running. So if the Liverpool fans are coming out to say that the play should have been stopped because McAllister had an head injury, they are debating facts after the fact. No one knew it was a head injury after the fact. After the fact that the goal was scored, or after the fact the play ended. So let's say even if United didn't score, we could have known it's a head injury after the fact. But now debating in the sense that the referee saw McAllister go down and hold his head, then immediately he should have stopped play, that's not being realistic. That's being delusional. Players go down injured every other time. If that's the case, if that's the case with McAllister, then it means every other foul, whenever a player goes down and shouts or cries, then the referee should stop the play immediately. So most of the fans are arguing after the fact. They're arguing facts after the fact. Some of them are coming out to say that the referees saw it, because PGMOL came out and said that Michael Oliver did not see the head injury. And it is a fact, he did not see it because it's a live play. All of us who are watching that game, I can guarantee you, no one on this planet Earth who was watching that game live shouted that it was a head injury. They only came to realize that it's a head injury after the fact. After the goal, and then the player was still down. And it happens in football every other time. Both players went down. Mbeumo went down. McAllister went down. How will the referee have known whether it's a head injury or it's just the way players pretend? So at the end of the day, it was after the fact. McAllister got injured. All of us, including the referee, the guys watching in the stadium, the guys watching on the screens, the referee himself, VAR, the fourth official, the linesman, came to know that it's a head injury after the fact, after the play, because McAllister was still down. So they can't come and claim that, now we need to cancel the goal because it was a head injury. And they came to realize the head injury after the goal. No, that can't work. So that needs to be ruled out completely. So it's a goal and the goal should stand. So that's one of the things that I wanted to say. Because I've seen a lot of guys debating online that, especially the Liverpool fans, Liverpool fan pages coming out say this should not have been allowed. It should have been allowed. They did the same. Let me see whether I can get that image. I posted an image on X. They did the same to Newcastle, and they scored. But most of them or none of them will highlight or reference that. So I want to show you an image of Liverpool playing on while a Newcastle player was down. Come on, why am I not finding it now? Why do these things keep happening to me? Should be under replies. Let's see. Let's see. And guys who are saying the rules, the rules state that the referee should stop play for a head injury, but it does not state at what point. It does not state whether it's immediate or not. So let me share this screen just to show you how Liverpool also took advantage of the same thing they are complaining about. So guys on TikTok, if you can't see the image quite well, feel free to jump onto YouTube and you'll be able to see the image. So next to where my camera is, the bottom right, you'll see we have a Newcastle player who's down. You have a Newcastle player who's down. And you see Jota there shooting on goal. Why didn't Liverpool stop play at that point? Why did they not complain that, oh, we have a Newcastle player down, so we can't score? Why didn't they do it? So why are they now playing victims, and yet they take advantage of the same rule, same situation? So the Liverpool fans who are complaining, they won't show you this. In fact, if you go to our X account and you find this post that I replied, you'll see a lot of Liverpool fans are not liking it because it's a fact. It's a fact. It happened. Another image is, I'm sure you've seen that image, is Mohamed Salah playing basketball with the football. His arm is stretched high, handling the ball. They won't complain about that, but they want to complain about Ahmad's handball, and the arm was in a natural position. Furthermore, the distance between Ahmad and the ball, or the distance between the hand and the ball, is so close. So Liverpool, to be honest, and I'm sure we have some Liverpool fans who are watching and listening here, they've been so used to getting decisions going their way, good decisions, bad decisions going their way, such that they are very privileged. They feel privileged. They don't understand that there is fairness, as well as the tide can turn. So when you get a lot of calls going your way, there'll come a time when where the tide will turn. Now the calls start going against you. Similar to United. During Fergie's time, we used to have a lot of calls going towards our side. Then it came to a point, all calls were against us, including valid calls. The same Liverpool fans are complaining about the referee being biased. I didn't see any Liverpool fan coming out to say they didn't want Michael Oliver to referee that game. It was all United fans coming out to say, this guy should not be refereeing this game, including myself. They were happy having him ref. Last time out, Dalot got a very, very silly yellow card because of protesting. Why can't they highlight such things? How many times did Konate pull down Mbumo, holding his shirt, holding his chest and pulling him down, and no yellow cards were produced? How many Liverpool players got yellow carded? Ekitike had a very, very bad foul on Maguire. He didn't get carded. So they only see the ones they want to see, but they decide to ignore the ones that didn't favor them. The other thing we have to acknowledge is the referee. In fact, myself, I do complain about referees. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm also a culprit. But more often than not, we forget that referees are also human. That's why VAR came on. Yeah, there is a whole scandal with PGMOL. They need to sort that out. But to me, Michael Oliver did a perfect job, did a very good job in that game. It was a high-pressure game. Liverpool were out of luck. They hit the post. And remember what I said, my superstition? Guys who are on the watch along yesterday. If you hit the post with your first shot, you rarely win that game. You rarely win that game. I usually have that superstition. And I've seen it a couple of times. Most of the time when your first shot hits the post, it's like the Arsenal game, it's like the Fulham game. United hit the post the first shot. In fact, yesterday I was wrong. I said that Gakpo was getting third time lucky. But it was fourth time lucky because he hit the post 3 times. He hit the crossbar and he hit the post twice. So also Liverpool lost because of an element of bad luck. They had bad luck. Gakpo should have equalized, but it was bad luck. He didn't. So all these Liverpool fans coming out and saying that the referee is the reason why they lost. No, that's not the reason why you lost. You guys were just outplayed on the day. Furthermore, you saw Arne Slot. He's a sore loser. Coming out to say that United were playing long balls. They had a low block. So was he expecting United to be open? To just tell them, okay, here is the goal, score. Oh, we are defending too much. We didn't know. Okay, here is the goal, add another one. No, that can't work. That can't happen. I've seen tacticals coming out to say United were playing too defensive. They had the most long balls. I don't know since when. Who cares whether they had long balls or they had short balls? At the end of the day, the 3 points are the ones that matter. When we played well versus Arsenal, the same tacticals came out to say it doesn't matter whether you played well. At the end of the day, the 3 points are the ones that matter. Now that United got the 3 points, now they've changed from the 3 points to how we played. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Pick one. Pick one. Do you want United to win, or do you want United to play? Because most of the time, even teams that win, they don't play well. For example, Chelsea, when they beat PSG in the Club World Cup final, which team played better? It was PSG. Clear as day. Played better, but Chelsea won. Right now, who cares whether PSG had played better? No one. Arsenal beat us. They are top of the table. The 3 points that they got at Old Trafford have taken them top of the table. Who cares whether Manchester United dominated the game? No one. No one. So at the end of the day, the aftermath is Liverpool fans are not happy about it, but they have to accept the defeat. I'm going to read some of the comments before I show you a very nice video here mocking Liverpool fans. I loved this video. I absolutely love this video. And I hope I won't get flagged for it because I have last time we did get flagged. But I love this video. In fact, let me see whether I can get my headphones on to get ready. And thanks to everyone who's been commenting and giving their views via chat. So let me read some of the comments before I show the video. Team Falme, you are saying we need a defensive midfielder, Carlos Baleba. That's pretty obvious. So right now, I would like us to focus more on what we can do right now with the players we have right now until the transfer window gets here. Because I feel we are focusing so much on what we need and not actually focusing on other things that are going on well at the club. For example, there's a video that was posted, I hope I'll get to find it, of the team celebrating Maguire's header. Kobe Mainu was celebrating, Joshua Zirkzee was celebrating, the coaches were everyone was bouncing, and that's a difference in culture. You saw, if you didn't watch it, go to, I think, the Sky Sports page. You look for the video of the United dressing room after the game. Guys were laughing, guys were enjoying it, guys were happy, and that's a culture change. And of course, Maguire did say it. When Amorim came in, the first thing he wanted to change is the culture, and we've seen it. Kobe played a few minutes, but he enjoyed the win. Zirkzee didn't play. He enjoyed the win. He was actually going around celebrating with the players on the pitch. Mazraoui as well didn't play, but he was bouncing and enjoying the win with the players who played. That's a culture issue. It has been sorted out. So we might focus on what we don't have at the moment and actually don't start, as I said, appreciating and celebrating the small wins that we don't see or we choose not to see. Washington Ontieno, thanks for dropping 100 plus likes on TikTok. Let's see who else. Third party, you're saying, I was burying Baba, very sad day for me, but our United team made me very happy. We once again we send our condolences to friends and family, as well as followers and followers of the Honorable Raila Odinga, the late Honorable Raila Odinga. Still a sad moment. Let's see which other comments here. Third party was saying even Gakpo was supposed to be red carded earlier. Why did I take out the chat scene? Let me bring it back. Yeah. Even Cody Gakpo was supposed to be red carded earlier in the game, but Liverpool won't talk about it. True. They choose to see the ones that did not go their way. That's what they choose to see. But the ones that they didn't go towards United, they won't talk about it. Even Ekitike was supposed to be carded. Who else was supposed to be carded? Van Dijk. A couple of times he was tagging Bumo's shirt. Instead of playing the ball, he was pulling Bumo down. You remember there's also that time Cunha was dribbling. He didn't get the foul. The referee waved play on. Third party, thanks for also dropping 100 plus likes on TikTok. Tim Falme, I think I've mentioned about the defensive midfielder. Paul Gadi, you're saying your Liverpool Manchester United squad predictions was right, except Maguire, who missed a great chance at the end of the 2-2 last season at Anfield. But last night he was our hero. What a story! True. Yeah. Yesterday I think someone also mentioned that I only had two players wrong. Sheshko and Maguire. Although I did mention that don't be surprised the back three will have Maguire, De Ligt, and Shaw. I did mention that though. So yeah. So to some extent I would say yes, Paul. I only had one wrong player in the prediction. So I want to show that video just for laughs of how Liverpool fan pages were struggling with this. So let me make sure my audio is okay before I display this. Yeah, we just have a laugh. Why not? In case you can't hear the audio from the video, please let me know. So that I can replay it. So here's the video. Let's have a listen to this.
Maguire, for fuck's sake. Harry fucking Maguire, of all the fucking slab-headed pricks on the pitch. Harry Maguire makes a 2-1 to Man United.
Oh my god, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing, Maguire? And we fucking concede!
Go back into the box, Maguire! And United have scored again. Fuck. Just as Liverpool got back into the game. Oh, it's fucking Harry Maguire. How has that happened? No, come on. That is absolutely minging. That is so unjust.
No, Harry Maguire scored. Harry Maguire makes it 2-1, 83rd minute. We can't defend, bro. We can't defend anymore. How many times have we conceded from set pieces this season? We don't know how to defend anymore. You don't win football games when you can't defend. Simple as that. And the crazy part is, you would think with our formation that was so attacking, it would be like a counter that they would score from. It's not even a freaking counter, bro.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just for laughs. That's what Liverpool fans went through during the watch along. The watch alongs are really they are really tricky. They are really tricky because you can't hide the emotion. You can't hide the emotion. I'm glad that at least I haven't had a watch along that we've lost. To be honest, so it's interesting. It's interesting, but I love seeing this. I love seeing this. So let's see some of the comments here. Fabulous Brooks, you're saying bring me up, brother. How do you mean? How do you mean bring you up? Let me see whether there are some other comments. Team Falme, you are saying with that midfield, counter-attacking teams can press so hard in our midfield, hence conceding a goal. I agree with you, and that's why Amorim did go for the long ball tactic. So long balls and then win the second ball. And if you notice, they were targeting Van Dijk. Every other time, they were San Lamens or anyone who was kicking the ball long, they were targeting Van Dijk. Every other time. And then Van Dijk wins the ball with the header. We pick the second ball, immediately turn that into an attack. And it worked. Yesterday's tactics, Amorim's tactics, did work. They worked perfectly. Let me see whether there are any other comments. I don't think we have a lot of comments. Yeah. Nita Banks, thanks for dropping 100+ likes on TikTok. Isaac Mushanti, you're asking, why do you think Zaxi is not playing so far? Reason number one is it's difficult to do squad selection with very few games. It's very, very difficult. Number two is the sort of profile. Zaxi is not a number 10 and he's not a center forward. He's a 9.5. So based on Amorim's setup at the moment and system at the moment, where do you play him? Do you play him as a 10? Do you play him as a 9? Of course, I'm sure he's going to be played as a 9 to rest Sheshko. But still, we don't have a lot of games to play this season. We might be able to see him during the December-January busy period, because we will have some games, a lot of games to play, because in the December-January period, that's where we have midweek fixtures because of the Premier League before we get to the second leg, as well as the FA Cup is going to start in January, sometime in January. So my first reasoning would be, or is, because we don't have a lot of games. Number two is based on his profile, where do you play him? We already stuck in the number 10 position. The forward position, he's not really the sort of profile Amorim is looking for, because Amorim is looking for a striker like Sheshko or Højlund. He tried it with Højlund, someone who can hold up play, bring in other players to play, will bring in the other midfielders to play and attack. So Joshua Zirkzee can't do that. Or he can, but Amorim is not trusting him enough. So that's the reason why. If, let's say, the Carabao Cup was still going on, I'm sure the likes of Joshua Zirkzee, Kobe Mainu would still be getting game time, because that means we are playing weekend, we are playing midweek, or let's say if we had European games, then it would have been easy to see most of these players play. But playing one game every 6-7 days, it's a tough question for the coaching staff. Do we bench a regular starter just to give minutes to someone else, or do we continue with the regular starter and then we allow them to come in as substitutes? So that's the thinking. That's the thinking. Paul Gadi, you're asking, I'll ask you a question that someone asked Rio Ferdinand on his show today. Who is your most underrated current Manchester United player? De Ligt. Matthias De Ligt. Very, very underrated. Matthias De Ligt is very underrated. That guy has been a rock. He's been solid in defense. He's been very good in defense. And you notice I think he's played all games, all Premier League games so far this season. Matthias de Ligt is very underrated, and for the price we got him for, and this guy has massive experience. He's played for Ajax, he's played for Juventus, he's played for Bayern, and now he's played for United, and he's not yet gotten to 30 years old. He's captain material. He's a leader. He's one guy who's not getting a lot of plaudits. He's not getting a lot of praise. But you look at how he performs, De Ligt is a very, very solid player. If we don't have De Ligt in that backline, we will struggle, to be honest. We will struggle. I think De Ligt is one constant in that back three that we need to maintain. So for me, in the current squad, De Ligt is my current underrated player. He does not get the praises. There are guys, in fact, even I think Roy Keane said that he doesn't fancy him. A lot of journalists won't focus on him, but he gets the job done. He gets the job done. And how many times has he done last-ditch defending, goal-saving tackles, and still doesn't get Man of the Match awards, still doesn't get the praise? De Ligt is a leader. He's a player that if Bruno leaves, he's the next captain, to be honest. He should be the next. Or right now, I don't even know who's the vice captain. That's one thing I haven't found out this season, but he should be the vice captain. De Ligt is way, way underrated. Isaac Mshanti, you are saying De Ligt is not underrated. He's starting all matches, so it shows the manager trusts him a lot. I think the context is to do with us, the fans, and the media. It's us, the fans, and the media. Whenever you see a question about underrated, it's mostly to do with in the context of fans, the fans, and the media. Otherwise, internally, of course, is very highly rated. But when it comes to the context of underrated, overrated, it's mostly a discussion when it comes to us as fans and the media, the pundits and whatever. So that's where the context is. But I agree with you. Internally, he's not underrated. He's one of the key players for Amorim. And remember what I said about certain players like Bruno. De Ligt is one who's comfortable playing anywhere he's told to play. If he's told to play center back, he won't complain. If he's told to play right center back, he won't complain. If he's told to play right center back, left center back, he will still play. You remember in the Chelsea game, he played center back, but he was asked to come into midfield to help defending. He didn't complain. You see as Bruno as well, his preferred position is number 10. He plays as an 8 or a 6. He doesn't complain. Compared to other players who've left, we won't mention names again. Those players were complaining because they were told to play in another position. You look at Mbumo, Cunha, they worked hard. They were playing as number 10s. They were swapping positions as number 9s. They were not complaining. They were still playing very, very well. So those are the type of players we need. Players who can be told, even Dalot, as much as we slate Dalot for his poor performances, he's ready to play center back, he's ready to play right back, left back. Those are the players we need. Look at also Ahmad. He doesn't complain playing at right wing back. And yesterday he showed that his best positions or his best performances are coming from the right wing back position. Yeah. So any other last question before we end the live? It was just a quick live. I wanted to highlight about the aftermath. We didn't do a deep dive into the noise after the game because the emotion was high. Yeah. Nita Banks has been really, really active on the likes on TikTok. Up to 700. Wow. I am G. Thanks for chatting and asking a question. Do you think if we sign central midfielders, we'll see Bruno playing as a number 10 again? I would say yes and no. Yes, we will see him playing as a 10 again if we did sign a central midfielder. Two of them. Let me say, if we did sign 2 central midfielders in January, yes, we will see Bruno playing 10 again. So that means sacrificing one of the new signings. No, because from my view, the way I look at how Amorim is setting up and how Ineos are setting up, they are, by signing Cunha and Bumo, they've started moving away from Bruno. In terms of Bruno playing as a number 10, in 2 ways. The first possibility is Bruno continues playing as an 8, but giving him someone solid in midfield, or number 2, signing the 2 midfielders and letting Bruno go. So in my view, there are those 2 possibilities, that Bruno will continue playing as a number 8, and we sign a good midfielder that will pair with him, like we've seen him and Casemiro played very well versus Liverpool yesterday. So that might mean getting, let's say, a Baleba, a Wharton, or an Anderson, someone who's mobile, who's quite defensive, and they'll be able to give Bruno that freedom to create from deep. So Bruno will be a deep-lying playmaker and still have Cunha and Bumo as the 2 10s. But if United do decide to sign 2, the moment you see them signing 2 midfielders, just know that it's a transition away from Bruno. It's a signal that now Bruno is no longer part of the plan. So, as I said, yes, there is a possibility Bruno can play as a 10 if United sign both, let's say in January, and he has to play. So that means sacrificing one of the new signings. No, because I have a feeling that we are starting to see the last days of Bruno at United. We've already heard rumors or seen rumors or read rumors about Bayern wanting to place a 70 million bid for Bruno. So when you see that smoke, it's usually like a sign that the club is starting to move away from Casemiro, Bruno. Yeah. So I hope IMG have answered that question. Nonso FC, you are saying GGMU, as always. Bleed red, as always. Yeah. So I think that's it for today. Thanks for joining the live. Once again, Liverpool fans, in case you're watching or you get to watch this stream later, just accept the defeat. Simple as that. You lost. The referee had nothing to do with it. You guys just lost. United won, a massive win. And that's it. So Isaac, let me just read this one as the last one. You're saying, what's the role of Tom Heaton in the club? So Tom Heaton is involved with, of course, he's a player coach. So he's a player, he's the 3rd choice goalkeeper, he's also a coach. So he helps out with coaching the goalkeepers, as well as he's a mentor for the young lads. He's a mentor for the academy graduates and young players that are coming on to the first team. The 4th thing is, Tom Heaton is one of the guys who are in the leadership group, like the senior players at the club who are helping the first team players, the new ones to come in, gel into the team, as well as providing that sort of leadership role, that sort of wisdom. And of course, he understands the club. He's been at the club for very many years. So he's a player. He's involved in the coaching, in terms of coaching the young lads, the goalkeepers, as well as the first team goalkeepers like Sane Lamens Bandia. He's also involved in terms of the leadership group. And also he's good in terms of providing that guidance to new players who are coming into the team and need time to settle, as well as helping out the coaching staff like Amorim to relay, let's say, a message. He's like, in primary school, you say a prefect. He's not enforcing the law, but he's assisting in terms of sorting out team matters, playing like a liaison between the young lads and the senior players as well as coaches. So that's his role. Yeah, and thanks to IMG, dropped 100 plus likes. I don't know what the name there, but welcome on board the UKG squad, UKG family. Yeah, so I think that's it for today. It was a quick live. Hope to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to have a very, very interesting topic. I don't want to reveal it right now, but make sure you tune in tomorrow, same time at 9 p.m. And it's always good to see you guys live. Let me just go back and highlight SKD, as always, Mystic Animation. Thanks for joining. TM Falme, Frango, letting us know the comments are not working, but at least we sorted that out. Who else was here? Paul Gadhi, as always. Isaac Mshanti, thanks for being there. Washington Ontieno, dropping 100 plus likes on TikTok. Who else do we have? Fabulous Brooks, you said bring me up, brother. I didn't quite understand. Third Party 2, it's always good to see you. Who else was here? Nita Banks, quite active on the likes on TikTok. I'm seeing that you are able to give 1,000 plus. 1,014 likes. Oh, Nita, thanks for that. And then who else did we have? Steve King. Oh, I almost missed out on that. Stephen King. Welcome on board the UKG squad. Welcome on board the UKG family. Sorry, I missed that. Sorry, absolutely sorry I missed that. Now, welcome to the UKG squad. Feel at home. Karibu sana, feel at home. I am G with a nice question there. Of course, Nonso as well, GGMU. Who else? Let's see. Yeah, and I think that's it. And of course, without failing to mention, Arthur Morgan. Arthur Morgan gave us a gift on TikTok. Thank you, Arthur Morgan, for that. Absolutely. Thank you for that. God bless you. Yeah, as I said, it's my lazy day. So I also need to prepare for tomorrow. It's a tough day in the office, but I'm always glad to see you. So I hope to see you tomorrow. I want to see you tomorrow. Let's have a chat tomorrow as well. We are going to discuss a couple of things. And yeah, we are road to 500. Campaign is still going on. As you see up here, 111 subscribers on YouTube. So in case you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, United Kwa Ground, please make sure you go over there. You like the stream. You also hit the subscribe button. We also have some offline videos. We do posts. And it's always good to have you guys everywhere. Thanks for everyone who's watched on YouTube, Facebook, Kik, and the guys on TikTok. You guys are lovely. Have a wonderful evening and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.